I think everyone watching this has heard of an online animated series from Newgrounds by the name of Madness Combat. At its surface, it seems as harmless as grey little bean people killing each other in rather brutal ways can get, but what if I told you this series had something much, much darker behind the curtains? What if I told you that Matt Krinkels Jolly himself is actually a bloodthirsty monster that's looking forward to his next victim as we speak? Now you might be wondering, how did I reach such atrocious conclusions? After all, these seem like pretty serious accusations for a silly online cartoon series about little bean people participating into a cycle of violence. But I know what I saw, and I must share with you the evil nature of Madness Combat. This sounds so fucking stupid! It all started on September 22nd, 2025. I was in my room listening to Cheshire like any normal person would, when I suddenly got the odd urge to get off my ass and actually go outside for once. As I was walking down the street, I saw what seemed to be a garage sale of sorts, so I decided to check it out, because we all know haunted objects never get sold at garage sales in stories such as this one. Yahoo! Anyways, as I walked up to one of the tables, looking at all the different objects that were up for sale, I noticed something strangely familiar. It was a CD case of sorts, with a logo that I swear I've seen before. As I read the title, my face drops in shock. Madness Project Nexus. 3? 3? I had so many questions, but I considered I should answer these questions on my own, as I see the price tag was only set at $3.23. Now, Okay. Now, how could I pass up an opportunity like that? I quickly brought the CD case over to the person hosting the garage sale, paying full price for the product. The garage seller was looking familiarly jolly, but I decided not to think about it too much, as I had Madness Project Nexus 3 to check out. Little did I know, that was the biggest mistake of my life. Getting home, I excitedly took out my trusty MP5 player, plugging it into my Banana Sonic TV, and inserting the MPN3 disc inside. Turning on the TV Turning on the TV afterwards. To my surprise, the game's main menu looked similar to the one of Project Nexus Classic, but with one major difference. Instead of the usual randomized Madness character that usually appears on the title screen, there was a hyper-realistic grunt with hyper-realistic eyes staring right into my soul. This sight really startled me, but I decided to press play anyways, to see what this game was all about. After the game loaded, I was spawned in-game as Hank, in a level that seemed rather unfinished. After a quick tutorial on teaching me how to play the game, I was spawned in a different room. This time, at the top of the screen, the text, "Kill them all," appeared. Guessing that was my objective, I walked around trying to find enemies, but the room was completely empty. That's when one grunt appeared into the scene, but this was no ordinary grunt. That grunt looked like me. After I realized that, I was a little taken aback by the whole thing, but I decided to give in and kill the only grunt present in this level. Killing the grunt. Jesus Christ! My throat is fucked! Killing the grunt caused my game to glitch until my trusty MP5 player blew up. Feeling bummed about this whole situation, I got up about to go and throw out my trusty MP5 player, but little did I know, things were about to turn out much darker. I didn't even get to stand up properly because I saw a figure standing in my living room, taking a proper look at the person before me left me shocked. It was Krinkels, the creator of madness himself. Before I got to say anything, he spoke in an ominous voice. "You were not supposed to find the prototype version of Madness Project Nexus 3. I will have to kill you now." Holding a knife in his hand, he stared at me, having hyper-realistic face as he stabbed me to death. What happened next is something that has left me absolutely traumatized, because after everything went dark, I woke up in a monochromatic world. The sky was red, the ground was gray. Looking down at myself, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was a grunt. But before I could process anything, Hank motherfucker Wimbledon himself appeared in front of me. I was frozen in fear. Hank, without thinking twice, shot me right in the face, sending me down to the other place. As I looked around, Krinkels appeared in front of me. "You will be one of them now, a fodder character, meant to be killed for Madness Combat fans' entertainment," he said in an evil voice, as he then disappeared without a trace. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was trapped here forever, meant to die for the madness. So, every time you watch Madness Combat, imagine that every agent and every grunt you see on screen was at some point just a normal person, trapped forever in a world of violence, meant to be killed, part of an orchestrated evil plan organized for the sake of entertainment. I will never see Madness Combat the same ever again after this.